Okay, let me just share that video. 1 minute. Okay, y'all can see it now?
Already.
Yes.
So I'm going to put a link to his Facebook page
And Instagram.
And then you can get updates on that if you're interested and want to contribute or get some plants or participate in anything he's got going on. There'll be a link for that in the description down below. All right, so tell me about some of these strange and interesting plants you brought us today.
I think floating plants are overlooked in our hobby a lot. Most people don't have them in their planted tanks, I feel, and it adds another dimension to your tank that people are missing. So
now sometimes they're a plague.
yes,
right.
Depends
So you've got
on the floating plant and your filtration.
Right. So I've got what Dustin calls aquarium herpes, which is
or duckweed.
Yeah, duckweed, and it's gotten to the point where sometimes you'll reach in and it's all over your arm. It's like you've got green hair all over your arm and stuff. But that's really the only floating plant I've had. Other than some pond plants, that's really the only floating plant that I've really been exposed to. So these are, and I had this in my pond. What is this thing?
Water hyacinth.
Water hyacinth.
Which
hyacinth.
Which does great in ponds. It will double its size in a few days, really. Every week it will double to triple its size. And it has very interesting black roots that spread out when they're in the water, and it's great for baby fry to hide in. That's why I like to use it. And it has these cool little bubbles that are hollow, that help it float.
Okay, so they're like little flotation devices for the plants.
See, it has these little air bubble kind of leaves here, which keep it afloat. You all understand, no? That if you are holding on to something that's hollow, which is filled with air. So if you've ever gone boating or into a lake or someplace, they'll always give you a life jacket, right? What does the life jacket have inside it? It is a plastic item, but it's filled with air, right? So it's filled with air. It's slightly heavy. It is not very heavy. It is filled with air. So even if you are heavy, it will keep you floating. That's its job. So these kind of air pockets actually keep these plants floating.
Which a lot of these floating plants, actually, this frog bit is hollow and has like a bubble in the leaf that you can feel that keeps it floating as well.
See, he's talking about this plant which has bubbles in its leaves, which means he's referring to pores in its leaves.
Okay, this is what started it all for us, folks. I saw this frog bit, and I've had a lot of my viewers tell me that I should use this in my tanks to help suck up extra nutrients.
Great for nitrogen reduction.
Yeah, and also maybe some light reduction.
Yes.
Okay, my sister just started a tank, and it's a rimless tank, so it doesn't have a lid.
Yeah.
And she's had some problems with the fish wanting to jump out.
Get jumpers.
Yeah, that sort of thing. And so I'm hoping that we can grow a lot of this frog bit over the top and both cut down on the massive light that comes out of it and also maybe give an artificial lid to sort of keep the fish at bay and keep them maybe from jumping. Now, what she wants to put in there eventually is a puffer fish. They don't tend to jump, at least not like endlers do.
Yeah, no.
So this will both give them a place to hide from the cat.
Yes, yes. Shelter from the cat is always good.
And
it grows great roots for baby fish as well.
Wow. Oh, so the baby fish can hide in there too. Another benefit of the floating plants. Okay, so what's this one?
This is hornwort. It's kind of not so pretty out of the water, but when it's in the water, it floats up like this or floats along the top, and it will grow very long.
Wow.
And it is quite good at soaking up nitrogen and nitrates and things. And a lot of breeders use it, and if they're having a tank crash, they will throw a lot of this in to help balance it out.
Really?
Yes. And again, when it's in the water and it's floating really nice, it's great for baby fish to hide in. My guppies love it.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be prime ground for those baby guppies to kind of escape into.
Yes.
And what's this?
This is water lettuce, but don't eat it.
Doesn't taste good,
feels
or
like
or is it poisonous?
fiberglass. It's actually poisonous, and it feels like fiberglass because it's got these little fibers on it that it grows, and it's quite painful. I heard if you chew on it, and then it makes your tongue go numb, from what I've been told.
Wow.
But it also grows great roots.
People in college,
Fry.
people I went to college with would do that for fun. Numb? Really?
Yeah. Great roots for fry as well, and another one that's great for soaking up nitrogen.
How cool. Very cool. And we got some smaller ones over here
And
too.
this is actually the flower of it. In the middle here, if you can
Show me
see,
your flower.
that is the flower of the water lettuce.
How pretty. That is really neat.
And then we've got one of my favorite, new favorite floating plant is mosquito fern, which is these little teeny tiny, gets little roots on the bottom and these little like flakes of green.
That is a really
It's
neat.
called mosquito fern.
Will this run crazy? Like,
Yes, it has a chance in the optimal conditions to turn into a big giant mat in your tank. But if you remove it at regular intervals, you won't have any problems. But water treatment plants actually use it to pull heavy metals and things out of the water. So it is great for your fish tank health.
it's a really pretty. It's a lot prettier than
Duckweed and stuff. That's what I
yeah.
like. And I haven't had problems with it. Since it's a little bigger than duckweed, I don't have as many problems with it with filters
And
as
you,
the duckweed.
you actually pointed out that I have this growing in the pond. I didn't know
Yep.
what it was. In the pond, I guess in different scenarios too, it'll grow different colors.
Yes, reds and browns and rusty kind of colors and sort of yellows and oranges.
What I have going in the pond is all red, and this appears to be pretty green. I'll show you a picture of that too. But very cool. Then we have
Salvinia,
Salvinia.
which is another water fern. It has no roots at all. It is a true fern. Got some duckweed stuck to it.
Plague.
But it grows nice little hairs all over it. Again, it's kind of like duckweed where it will take over the top of your tank very fast. But it's also a little better because it's not so small.
Right.
So it won't get stuck in your filter so bad. But I don't recommend this for something with a hang on the back filter or something like that where the water's pushing down through the surface, because it's going to push it down and it's going to get caught in your other plants and it'll die off.
I found with duckweed in my tanks, like if it goes down, it'll get under the leaf of another plant.
Yes.
So then you go to clean it out, and then you kind of brush the plant, and a whole new batch just
Pops
splits
right
up
up.
to the
You
top.
don't even know it's all down there.
Or it'll go down and just go to the intake of your filter and just kind of stay there until you cut it
your
off.
flow too.
Yeah,
So,
it slows the flow down. Plus,
Yeah.
when you pull the cord out to do a water change or something, it all floats back up. So
I use duckweed in my outdoor totes, the ponds that I don't have filtration on, just plants doing the filtration for me. So I don't have any mechanical filtration to worry about.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So that's where it works out for me.
How big are your tubs out there?
35 gallons. Just
Yeah?
regular Rubbermaid totes that you get at Walmart or whatever.
Are you breeding fish in there
Yes,
too?
guppies and platies.
Oh, very cool. He brought me some. What kind of the guppies?
Black Moscows.
Black Moscow guppies. Really, really pretty. I put them in there with the head. So they're in there with a. I forgot what I named it.
See, now this is here a fish tank. Fish tank hai matlab it is inside the house, right? Fish tank is not out in the open. You have a fish tank, then you have to maintain the temperature, you have to keep up the oxygen levels and everything, because you have to artificially do it through these pumps that you see here. It is not a natural environment, so you have to create a lot of things inside it which will act like natural environment inside the tank. So inside a fish tank, they also use these kind of floating plants which help in regulating the oxygen levels in those tanks. So you must have deep knowledge about these plants and the kind of fishes that you put into that fish tank, because not all fish can go with all kind of floating plants. Okay.
Fred the head. They're in there with that guy. So that was really cool. Well, thank you so much for coming by and showing me all these cool plants.
No problem.
I'm going to stick these. I've got the new tank that I built with a hand is kind of it's kind of turned into algae town over there. It's I just spent half an hour cleaning it out, and I spent another half an hour cleaning it out just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So I've got CO2 going in there and pretty bright light. The plants are just starting to grow, but they're not really taking over. I'm going to throw some of this on top and sort of break up the light a little bit, suck up those extra nutrients, and maybe, and I'm hoping these long roots and stuff will look neat, kind of like maybe like they're part of the tree or something like that.
And it's great when you have shrimp in them with them, because the shrimp will run up and down the roots and clean the roots for you and stuff, so it's neat.
Cool. I'd really like to put some shrimp in there too. I haven't decided for sure what I want to stock it with, but it might be the Ember Tetras from my other tank. I might put in there, and maybe some like fancier shrimp. I've got cherry red shrimp everywhere, but I'd like to put something a little
Get
fancier.
some blue shrimps myself. That's
Oh,
what
yeah?
I'm looking for down the road.
Oh, blue.
Blue.
I tried to keep the crystal shrimp once, and it didn't do too well. But maybe I might try.
Scared about the crystals myself. I haven't tried those yet.
They go for a lot. They're very expensive.
Okay, I'm going to stop this video here. So, Vihan, can you tell me what you understood from this video?
Ma'am, but why did you stop the video?
Because the information that we wanted to take from it is over. Now they're just discussing about what they plan to do in their fish, in their tanks.
They
So
have decided to put in the fish in the fish tank.
Ranveer, what did you understand from this video?
Well, what I understood from this video is that there are floating plants. There are there are floating plants also. I mean, yeah, there are floating plants which have those small balls and which have air filled inside, so which will not sink, and how nature works and how it is still on the surface and it doesn't get underwater.
Why doesn't it get underwater? Why doesn't it submerge? Why does it stay on top?
Because it has some small places where air can go through and which keeps it floating.
Cool. Good. Okay. So we'll move on to aquatic, submerged plants. Let's see a video around that. Okay.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask, after you show us this, are we going to see videos on aquatic?
Hey, this is Landon with Natural Lake Biosciences. We're out here today talking about submerged aquatic plants. These are plants that are rooted, and most of the biomass is found below the water surface, although some may stick above. The soft and flaccid stems keep most of the plant from rising above the surface. Common submerged aquatic plants include parrot feather, hydrilla, curly leaf pondweed, or coontail. Left unmanaged, submerged aquatic plants can alter water chemistry, deplete oxygen levels, and hinder recreation, commercial, or irrigation activities. In general, Natural Lake Biosciences recommends treating submerged aquatic plants with an aquatic herbicide and Pondzilla Pro. The aquatic herbicide kills the plants, while Pondzilla Pro aids in the chemical's penetration into the plant cell and speeds the degradation of the dead plant. For more information on how to treat submerged aquatic plants or on Pondzilla Pro, make sure to go to naturallake.com.
Okay. So quickly he said what we need to know about submerged plants. Did you hear him mention hydrilla? Did you all hear him mention hydrilla? Yeah. So what are the top what are the top 2-3 things he mentioned about these submerged plants? What should we be careful about?
Oxygen.
Okay. What else?
Irrigation.
Irrigation. What irrigation?
Ma'am, like cleaning the soil almost.
Okay.
Cleaning the soil, that's it.
Okay. What else did he mention? Vihan, what did he say?
He said that under aquatic plants,
Vihan, back in class.
he said that aquatic plants are from water chemistry.
Yes. spoke about water chemistry, that it can alter the water chemistry. So if you are consciously growing them in any of the ponds that you have, then you have to be very careful that they don't eat up on other plants, because they can actually change the water chemistry. Change water chemistry means what? If he's talking about changing water chemistry,
Ma'am,
what is he
change the
mentioning?
color of the water and make it dirty.
Okay, why will the
Or
watercolor
fungi and algae can form, which will
water
make the
color कैसे
water
change
not.
होगा? Water color कैसे change होगा?
Ma'am, because chemistry is involved in anything. If chemistry is involved, it will change the color or it can change.
Super learning from your chemistry. Yes, in anything chemistry is involved, and the change in the nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen levels can create some chemical combination such that it can cause trouble in that water. So it can also kill some fishes that are living there, because if the oxygen level has come down, then the fishes inside that who are taking the oxygen from that water cannot breathe. Correct? Good observation, good observation. Chalo, let's go on to adaptations in aquatic animals. I know y'all are eagerly waiting for aquatic animals. तुम लोगों को लग रहा है कि dolphin आएगा, fish आएगा, whale आएगा and everything. Okay. Now dolphins and whales, I think y'all are actually waiting for that. So let us first see something around dolphins and whales and how they adapt to these aquatic situations. All right. I want you to do one thing. Quickly take 5 minutes and read that is there in your textbook, and then I will show you one video that is exactly related to that. Okay? Chalo. Shall we start? There we go. Okay, y'all can see the video?
Yes.
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 Imagine seeing a dolphin, which is an aquatic mammal, walking around on land. While hard to imagine, it's actually where the modern dolphin's ancestors lived long ago. Dolphins began living in the ocean around 50 million years ago and never returned to land. They had arms that evolved into flippers, legs that evolved into a tail, and nostrils that evolved into a blowhole. The most important dolphin adaptation is the blowhole, located at the top of the body. The blowhole allows a dolphin to come up to the surface, easily take in air, and continue swimming. When a dolphin pup or baby is born, the mother gives the baby a lift to the water's surface. Here, the dolphin pup gets its first gulp of air. The
See,
dolphin's
Ranveer,
sleek,
you were
elongated body
asking
shape.
me, one minute, okay? See, Ranveer, you were asking me where is the blowhole of the dolphin, right? You see this little spot here? See? You see this little spot? दिख रहा है कि नहीं? Give me a thumbs up if yes or no. Yeah? So that is its blowhole.
Allows it to zip through ocean water at very high speeds with ease. Because dolphins are mammals, they once had hair. They still have hair follicles, or tiny holes, all over their bodies. However, through evolution, they've lost all of their hair to reduce drag when swimming. Dolphins also have several adaptations that aid them in catching and eating food. To find food, a dolphin uses the process of echolocation, whereby it makes a clicking sound that bounces off of an object and
One minute. Okay, you all got your snacks? Good. Chalo. Let's start what I pulled up for you. That will be interesting. Ready? Shall I start? Okay. First, we'll see something around the whales and then we'll go on to the dolphins. Now, happy? Y'all can see the video? You can see the screen? Let us start.
Well, we spend a lot of time out on the water with these magnificent beings. There's a lot we don't know about these animals, so we're up here to look at their feeding behavior primarily. Up here the animals have just come back from their breeding areas. They haven't eaten in a long time. They're super hungry and they have a lot of innovative ways that they work together to find their food.
The way that people most often report that having seen the whales and feeding and how we know that they're actively feeding is because we see them at the surface of the ocean, lunge feeding with their mouth open. And this part of the whale is like a harmonica. It's expandable and it opens up like a big balloon, and the whales swim along, engulfing all the water and any small fish or zooplankton in the water column, and then they'll push the water out but sieve the food items via the baleen, these long tooth or hair-like structures.
They feed pretty much exclusively on Antarctic krill, which are about kind of this big, and they'll consume up to 2 tons a day.
These humpback whales are part of the North Pacific population. Most of them are coming up from the islands of Polynesia.
They'll put on a huge amount of weight, 10, 15, even 20 tons. The weight gets stored as blubber, and the blubber not only keeps them warm in those very cold seas, but it also acts as the energy reserve.
The humpback whales come up here because of the incredible productivity. They dine on a lot of different types of food. Bubble netting is a way that the whales are able to capture these speedy schooling fishes. One whale dives down and deploys a ring of bubbles from its blowhole. It rises up around a fish, and they all come rocketing up through this tunnel of bubbles and engulfing the fish at the surface.
Wow. How they're standing and adapting. Yeah, good. Nice. Nice. I'll send this video to you all later as well in case you want to watch it once again. Okay. Anything you're watching on internet, you please will take permission from your parents and you will watch it with them along with you. Okay. Chalo. This is around dolphins now. Let's watch around dolphins.
Hello friends, and welcome to a new happy learning video. Today we're going to learn about one of the most friendly and fun mammals, presenting the dolphin. Dolphins are aquatic mammals which live in most seas around the world.
1 minute. Who's going to help me understand mammals matlab kya? Mammals
Mammals are those animals that don't lay eggs.
Mammals don't lay eggs.
Then क्या होता है वो उसके young ones कैसे आते हैं?
मैम जैसे हम मैमल नहीं है ना, वैसे ही वो भी मैमल नहीं है.
Eh? Humans are not mammals. We lay eggs.
No.
See, there are only 2 ways of reproduction, either through eggs or through your own young ones. So, mammals bolne se, what is the meaning of that?
They don't lay eggs. Mammals don't lay eggs.
So then what happens?
They take out the young ones by how women take out, no, how humans take out. That's how even they take out.
Women take out what?
The baby, the young one.
Arey Baba, say give birth. Take out means what? I just sit in one place and take out a what?
No.
We give birth. Use the right words, children. Use proper sentences. What do you mean by take out? Huh? Ye to galat hai na? This is wrong. Okay. Humans give birth to their young ones. So there are certain fishes and certain animals also that give birth to their young ones. Okay. Now crocodile, tell me, is it a mammal or an egg-laying animal?
Egg-laying animal.
Okay.
Animal.
Is it a mammal?
No.
No. Elephant. Elephant is a mammal or egg-laying?
Mammal.
Mammal. Which means elephant का baby अंडे में से नहीं, elephant का baby elephant जैसे ही बाहर निकलता है, अंडा निकाल के उसमें से नहीं निकलता है. Got it? Yeah. It doesn't lay an egg and then from the egg one young one will come out. No. A mammal will give birth to its young one. Okay. Those animals and fishes that are not mammals, they will lay eggs. Shark. Shark is egg laying or mammal?
Egg-laying.
Eggs. Okay. Dolphin. Dolphin lays eggs or is it a mammal?
Give birth.
Give birth to their own young ones. So they are mammals. Okay, chalo. Let's continue with the video.
Dolphins have dorsal fins on the top part of their body and two lateral fins as well as a tail flap called a fluke, which they use to beat the water in an up and down motion, allowing them to swim at great speeds as well as completing agile jumps out of the water. Did you know that dolphins don't have a nose? They have a beak and they breathe through a hole above their head. Can you see it? Well, this hole is called the blowhole, and they close it every time they go underwater so as not to let water come into their lungs. Dolphins can submerge themselves up to 300 meters deep.
Okay, how many, both of you all can swim? Rest of the class is not there only. You all can swim? Yes, have you gone inside water? Now we have a hole here, no? This is our blowhole. This is our place where from we breathe, correct? Our nostrils. When you go inside water, the water automatically goes inside our nose. Hello, I'm talking to you all. We breathe through our nose, right? When you go inside water, does water automatically just enter into your nose and then you can't be inside water? Aisa hota hai? Does that happen? Ranveer and Vihan, are you all in class? I'm asking you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you go inside water, the water automatically enters into your nose?
Yes.
Water automatically enters into your nose, it goes inside. So then how are you able to go inside water and swim?
No, ma'am, if we hold our breath.
Ranveer, you are lost. You are lost. There will be hundreds of distractions around you. I am talking to you, you are looking at me, so you should be able to pay attention to what I am talking to you. You are lost, that is why you are giving me blabbering answers. Vihan, have you done swimming anytime?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you go inside water and come out, or do you just stay afloat?
I still float. Ha ha.
You stay afloat. Have you gone inside to swim and come out? Have you learned swimming?
Yes.
Have you learned swimming?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're learning
And can hold their
swimming,
breath
have
for
you
almost
ever gone
25.
inside the water and come out?
Yes.
Okay. So when you go inside water, does water automatically enter your nose? Or your body is able to adapt to the water and not let the water go inside? How does it work?
Like this.
Vihan, you are not answering my question.
Ma'am, I go inside with breathing.
So Ranveer, when you go inside the water and you're swimming, does the water automatically enter your nose? Please sit straight. Don't lie down on your table.
No.
No. Okay. So what happens? How does your body adapt to the water inside?
Ma'am, when you're out of breath.
how does your body adapt to the water adapt to the water when you go inside water? What does your body do?
Ma'am, it tries to go inside your nose, but it can't because you hold your breath.
That is called adaptation. Are you able to adapt for a few minutes at least inside the water? Yeah. So similarly, the whale or the dolphin's blowhole, which is on top of its head, it prevents the water from going inside.
How do they have control on the blowhole?
It allows it to breathe from there, just the way you breathe in the air. But when you go inside water, you have filled your lungs with air, so automatically water does not enter from this portion. It works similarly for the dolphins and whales as well. It blocks that blowhole because it has its lungs filled with air. Only when it feels that now it needs to breathe again, it will come out. And when it comes out, it will exhale. When it exhales, वो blowhole से पूरा पानी निकलता है. Understand?
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
Minutes. Do you know how dolphins sleep? It is really curious because they sleep in sections. First, half of their brain and half of their body goes to sleep. And when that part wakes up, the other half goes to sleep. It is for this reason that they sleep with one eye open, always aware of what is going on around them. Like this, they are always alert. Dolphins belong to the cetaceous family, like whales. The average length of a dolphin is around 4.5 meters, which is the length of a normal car, and they weigh about 300 kilos. For orientation, dolphins use a system called echolocation. The sounds the dolphin emits travels through the water until it rebounds off an object found in its path and sends it back to the dolphin. Now the dolphin can calculate how far away the object is, its size, and its shape. Dolphins are carnivorous. Their main source of food is based on crustaceans, fish.
Ma'am, I wanted to say that dolphins sleep with one eye open because I have heard this before, that they sleep like this and then they see what's going on. If any hunt is coming, if we, like how we sleep, we close our both eyes and sleep, we'll not know who's coming in our house, who is going. So what they will do is they sleep with one eye open, so they will see if any whale or shark is coming to hunt, so they'll be alert and they can fight back. But where dolphins are, shark can't go there. They are scared of dolphins, and if shark and a dolphin has a battle, then the shark will lose for sure.
Why?
Ma'am, because dolphin is much more stronger than a shark.
No. Sharks are stronger. Sharks are bigger and heavier animals, but dolphins are very intelligent and swift. Okay, dolphins are very quick in their movement. Shark takes a while to move. You have seen shark movies, they are quite fast, but dolphins are faster. It's not always necessary to be bigger to be better. You can be smarter and be better. Okay, dolphins are smarter animals. They are more intelligent and they are swifter. Matlab, they are quicker. That is why they are able to do it faster. The attack is faster from the dolphin's end. That's why the sharks are always losing. Okay.
Ma'am, but I have seen sharks swim so fast.
Dolphins are faster. Chalo. Yeah, because they are lighter than sharks, no? Sharks are much bigger. Dolphins are smaller. Okay. Shark, typically it is about a regular kind of shark will be around 8 to 10 feet long. Dolphins are around 6 to 8 feet long. Okay. Chalo. Let's continue with adaptation.
Squid and octopus. Dolphins, like all other animals, are viviparous, and the gestation period of a dolphin is 12 months. During the first month of a baby's life, it feeds on the mother's milk, and then the baby is taught how to hunt by other members of its family. Dolphins are not scared of humans, and when they encounter them, they're very friendly. They're really playful and curious animals. Dolphins tend to live in a group and are extremely intelligent. As they are together in a group, they help each other by defending off sharks and orcas by butting them with their strong beak. But do you know what the dolphin's biggest problem is? The humans. It is because of the humans hunting them and contaminating the waters, which is causing many dolphins to die. Many dolphins have been trapped in fishermen's nets or suffocated with plastic bags and rubbish which has been thrown into the sea. But this is a problem happening not just for the dolphins, but for many other marine species, such as turtles and seals. It is for this reason that it is just so important to look after our seas and oceans, and that we should never, ever, ever throw anything into the water. If we maintain nature clean, dolphins, as well as all living creatures, will be very happy. So bye for now, and don't forget to subscribe to Happy Learning.
Cool. Nice. Understood? Okay. So since you had read the chapter a little bit, it was easier to follow it through the video. Correct? All right. Now, we'll take a break here. Okay. And then we'll come back for our next class. Shall we take a break now? When you're on your break, please go wash your eyes with cold water. Wash your eyes and come back. Wash your eyes and come back.